I'm just filling time quite negatively right here. Same shirt. Um, I've thought about it and it wasn't, I apologize if something I said hurt somebody. I'm not going to get specific, but now that I'm looking into it deeper, it's like, well, an entertainer or a, a place, like a book. Any place. This is really a problem, and you get the feeling that it's a certain kind that is enabling this to happen. Now I'm going to keep stepping back and look at the big picture. Well, it's big money that controls what? Well, we have a problem with that the truth is being covered up. They're controlling perception by way of whatever can get the human energy to move, which is an occupation. Say, now what are you going to do? Well, I work for the news industry over there. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm a fake human being. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there and I don't flinch when I'm talking about all of this stuff going on, let alone that there could be natural disasters and then the way we handle that. I'm just a robot saying blah, blah, blah. And this is really how you need to digest it today and what you need to digest, which is there's a few or more increasing, I would like to say, intelligences that kind of question that and say, well, why does it even have to be that way? There's just as far as the ignorance and the poorly programmed human being is concerned, and this is 80% of people. Now let's go in general, back off, and let's say, well, we know that this kind of person, narcissists, highly abused people, highly abused. Now, what does abused mean? Well, maybe they were programmed to be warlike. Maybe they think maybe, babes, did you just go into the military and you think that that's something to do as a lifestyle? No, I'm sorry, babes. Now, see, just because I say no to that doesn't mean you can chop my head off, because a lot of people have never lived that life. They don't like it. They can see. There are some people on this planet who can see that we don't even need that. In fact, they can see we can live in a totally different manner. Take Tesla, for example, like how he could see the way that life could be. This is moving into like, okay, now what left the pyramids behind, and why don't we know how they were built? Well, because something lived, and I don't say it wasn't human, like us, just like us, that except for they programmed themselves in a more efficient manner. That they tapped real energy in a healthy way. It wasn't so self-destructive to think by the law. Now let's get back to these big money makers, babes. If there ever was a disgruntled against anything, now a lot of people would disagree, but it's like, no. Now money. You want to talk about money? Money isn't what brings us pleasures in life. And when I say pleasures in life, babes, I guess I am talking about a Rocky Road fucking vat of ice cream, because guess what? Big money will make you a fake fucking Rocky Road vat of ice cream, which later on isn't so fun when you're exhibiting tumor after tumor on your body, and now you're just providing an business for the same people, food and drug administrators, the medical industry. How do you like my conversation so far? I don't appreciate it. I'm having Mercury square my moon. Somebody's going to say something, I can get emotionally distraught about it, and I can think like on a humanitarian level that Aquarius can, and say, well, but along the more less selfish lines, like let's talk about entertainment and how. I mean, what do we mean when we say, well, narcissist? Well, everybody knows that now if you really look at it, and the psychopath also. This is so strange. I'll put the video up. It says, well, what do narcissists and psychos like according to the renowned narcissists? And I'm sounding so stupid. I know I am. It's Pluto going back to square my Mercury. Bear with me. I had a less choppy communication pattern and way about me. Kind of complex there though. I'll take care of me. Don't worry. It's gonna work. I'll take care of me in the way that I can make the universe be known to me and how it really operates. Okay, so which is we're all here to do something profoundly amazing. If not anything for anybody but ourselves, let that be a good thing. Oh my God, getting off the track altogether, way off. See, I'm not going to respond or even look at any comments because I know that um, it's going to increase more and more that you know you're just going to be tested, you know, and it's like, well, am I going to keep moving into this generalization? And I can. It's certainly not YouTube that is complaining. It's just there's certain people that live a certain way, and it's like, well, that's not my fault. You know, I have also my stigmas too as just a human. Let's just say I have a stigma as a human. If you go that route, you can. Okay, if you're trying to solve problems, you're gonna eliminate a lot of petty shit that says I am a and I am a, and also the history. Like your history. See, that's really a heavy duty thing that I'm going through. It's like, wait a minute. I'm not my mother and father's, like, say, bad habits and mistakes. I'm not saying that I'm not free of them and having to take all that on, but also, but I'm not identifying myself completely there. I'm doing something they've never ever done, and they're proud of me about that. You know what I mean? As far as that's concerned, especially relationships and getting caught up in whatever. That's what we're here to do, is just kind of rise above that shit, you know? You don't just echo, and be like, now I mentioned the military. I'm just going to keep fucking rubbing people wrong. It's like, you know, thank God that I don't have to look at your comments. But in general, something is happening on the planet. Look, I'm humanity. And are we going to talk or are we going to talk? You don't just go like, put your mask on. What do you think happened there? I don't want to fucking even hear you. It's your job to fucking work that out. And can you have a decent conversation with people? Say, now go general. You don't get in a fight with them. You see, man, you know, see, people have just gone plain mad, and you have to remove yourself from that. If that means remove yourself from an entire school and society, yep, do it. That's the only way that if there is such a thing as society, which there isn't, not even a humanity, not aside from the individuals standing there next to each other doing what? Well, if they're going mad with each other, you want to back out of it and say, no, not playing this game anymore. Wow. Too much censorship, and all of you people don't operate on the truth to the point of bubble wrap. Excuse me. I'm going to keep at least a little bit of fucking meat on my bones and not change it into a fucking complete insulated bunch. And now, do I say, you know, it's the same with, say these people, God, the military, I'm dead already. They fucking buried me a long time ago. You people, we don't know. I don't know you. You don't know me. We'll never, ever, ever, ever. Even though I'm a hell of a militant person, I know why we are here being aware and there's a spiritual warfare happening. Yeah. Guess what your main weaponry is? Love. Yep. Yep. There isn't anything more powerful. Yep. And you know, you can question these people that don't want to live, that don't want to give their guns up, because what is the most powerful thing? If you really are going to stand up for something and say, finally, are we going to really start playing now? Let love guide your course. No, we don't know. I don't know. We don't know. Do we really know? How is it turning out? How do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel bad? See, I've been feeling really good lately. This is because of, not because of the system out there and whether or not the gun is legal or not, because it's because the way I live my personal life, you know? If each individual tears themselves away from all of this projection, like whatever the society is, which there is none, not aside from the individuals doing what? You have to. You have to go on that 40-day and 40-night hike alone. Meet Satan, have a face-to-face, and then you're going to make your choice right there. It ain't going to be nobody but you. Actually, Satan, you, and actually, how does it go? Well, it's your way out, which is the choice to see God. Really just stick to yourself and the truth and say, no, actually, this is a hell of a challenge, but I'm going to stick to myself and go back and say, hey, You people, I hope you do the same thing, because then you will be able to say, just like our buddy, that all the Jews seem to hate or something, or all the Jewish. Should I say Jews or Jews? I don't know what to say. You people are so ultra sensitive. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, so why would we have this back and forth and everything? I don't want to have it. It's not my thing. Maybe it's the same to me as having a back and forth with narcissists. Yep. How? But I think it's just funny. I think it's funny because, well, it's a religious thing, right? It's religious. Are you highly religious? I don't. There's a faction of people, and I'm one of them, that doesn't. I find you a very shady person. You're shady. You may have been a part of my life and you've given gifts, but you're not really a presence that we need. I need a human presence. Somebody, see, a good friend would say, oh, I see what you have here. You're, in fact, a gift that I like. I like you. Instead, you don't just throw money and say, are you going to, I'm just tolerating you. As a good, you're being a religious person, just to give money when help the needy, help the poor. No, get out of here. You're making them needy and you're making them poor. Why? No real presence there, and you're just throwing money at them, and that's not really going to solve their problems. It's not solving our problems. I'm the first one to tell you right now. It's like, wow, everybody needs a lot more money than that. They don't really need money, to tell you the truth. I mean, think about it. If you really want to square this up now, how much electricity I'm going to use? Okay, that's $500,000. And how much water am I going to use? Okay, that's another $500,000. Well, I figured out I need $2.4 trillion just to fucking raise the air here. And now, let's wrap that up. Got to go to work. Got to get up early in the morning and find the right thing to do. No, babes, we're living in that. I swear to God. Right now, I'm looking at it like, oh, really? You better meditate and figure out what's worth a damn, you know what I mean, in your lifetime. It has nothing to do with the web, the fucking absolute collapsing mess that's going on out there. It's bound to go on, because why? Well, one by one, they figure out how unreal it really is, and what's really important. Then what's holding up? Where's the structure? Well, fuck, man, it gets more and more like, better find out a way to socially, not only socially, but genetically engineer up something that will just keep up that frequency. Like what? Like a robot? I didn't say who. Jew. Is that a bad word or something? Babe, we're looking at money-making robots. Don't you know? Or you came on here looking at the narcissist videos, and we can just shift it over and say, don't you know that there's a flood of these people that only think that money-making is important? They only think that that's important over the quality relationships that they maintain in their life. They now, not so much that either. See, there's the real hazard now. Ultimately, is the self-programming, how that they override themselves. There's the codependent narcissist that it's highly misunderstood. But I'll close this up. These are people that take care of other people, and they don't take care of themselves. Everybody's fucking guilty of that now. Let's look at women, codependent narcissist, and it can be very dangerous, to tell you the truth, for them and for other people. Why? That's not a healthy person giving to you right there after a while. They might not even care who you are. They think that you have too many needs. They want you to be a certain way because they just gone mad. They're like, we just want it a certain way. And it's like, well, no, can I get it myself? Can I get it myself? And see, there's the bind right there. It's like, if you get it yourself, you don't give them. Now they don't have a job, and they're like, no, and how dare you? Not under my roof. And it's like weird. See what I'm saying? And it's like, halt. If you're lucky, something profoundly beyond your ability to control, like, well, the illusion of diseases that come upon us or whatever sets you apart. And you're like, oh, you have your life and I have mine. Yes, precisely. Thank you, God. Can you be of some use to yourself now? The earlier, the better. Have a nice day.